Right, good morning guys. Sorry for the noise, it's a bit of a noisy junction this one. Right, I've got a massive hedge to do today. Goes all the way down to that second lamppost around here. And you can just about see it goes all the way down to that, not this copper beech, but that one down there. So it's a huge hedge. Now, the previous videos I've done, I've talked about how to get a good straight line on the top. This one, I want to talk about getting the face right. Now, normally if you've got a hedge that's all one thing, which is laurel, privet, holly, whatever, relatively easy because all the growth rates are the same. But on this one, it's got loads of stuff in it. So we've got a load of ivy coming through, which I've got to deal with later in the year. Got some holly, some privet in there. A bit further down, I think we've got some hawthorn as well. Got loads of sycamore coming through. And then we've got hawthorn around here. Also got some viburnum, which has got a viburnum beetle on it, which is not good, but very little you can do about that. Some euonymus. And come back around this side, and then here holly, beech, lime, laurel, and all that pink stuff down there is Valencia, which unfortunately some of it's got to be chopped off. So this one's a proper smorgasbord of lots of different things. So getting a straight line on this, no, you can't do it with string. What you have to do is visualise. It's the only way to do it. So what I do when I've done this one, and this is the 6th time I've done this one, I start at the top and work my way down because I can see from the top to where I'm going to. So I look down there, you can see how much of the path has been taken up by it. This one actually is supposed to be having a renovation at some point. It was going to be last summer, but if you remember the project videos that I did, this is the project garden with the big lawn makeover that I did. I've yet to do this side of the garden. Actually, I'll just quickly show you this because there's a lot to do in here. So we've got some fabulous stuff in here. Scots pine. This is Cotinus cagigria, but it is huge. So it's 20 foot high, and it goes all the way around here. So that's how big the lawn is. Problem is, it's missing about 20 feet because it's been left to grow so much. I'm supposed to be cutting all of this back, right back to the bottom of the yew tree at the back there, which will grow back, but you can see just how much the lawn's missing. There's a huge forsyth there. It's berberis, cistus. I mean, they've got tons and tons of stuff in here, but a lot of this has got to go. There's so much, but I'll probably end up having to burn it here on site rather than actually clear it because it would be so many van loads. Never be able to do it. Right, so, sorry, back to where we started. So, the line I take from back here and cut where I want to go, not where I am, if that makes sense. I know where I'm going to because I know where the line will finish down the bottom. So I point in that direction. What I'll do is I'll do another video a bit later once the face has been done and bolt it onto the back of this one, and you can see the difference. So if I just stand at this point, you can see the overall line. And when I do hedges, whatever size they are, I always do the face first. I never do the top first. Mainly because it makes the top easier. What happens is as you cut back, you've got less depth to deal with on the top once you've done the face. But also, once you've cut in, you can see the old flat line where the hedge was previously cut on the top, and it makes it easier to see where you're cutting in. So what I do is, once I've done the face, I'll show you the face line once it's cut in, but I'll also stand on the other side of the road and show you so you can see where the actual top line is supposed to be. It should be quite visual on this one, even though there's lots and lots of different things in the hedge. So I'm going to go and roast for a couple of hours and get the faces of these done, and I'll see you a bit later. Right, so faces are done. As you can see now, there's a much better line down there. It's not quite right, but it's very, very close. So now what I'll do is clear all the cuttings off the floor to make it safe to put the ladders there to do the tops, but all the faces on the inside and outside are all done now. And I'll just over there in a second and we'll have a look, see if we can see a cut line to actually the top. So because there are so many different types of plant and they're growing, they'll have different growth rates. But you can see now that the older growth is now showing from the post being cut. There is, where I've cut it previously, a natural line to cut to. And applies to the top as well. That's grow more on the corner, but that's where the sequence goes a lot quicker than everything else. So that will be the next bit to do, and what I'll do is now it's all finished and cleared up, I shall put the video back on again and show you what the finish is like. It's too hot for this. Hey guys, right, so we're done for the day. That was a hot day. I think it was probably about 28 today. If you look back earlier in the video, you can probably see I'm a slightly different shade of pink now. So that's 8 hours. And used 2.5 litres of fuel and 6 litres of water today. I don't think I'm finished on that. Right, so final look. A bit difficult to see with the sunshine, but all done. So the only thing to just go in conclusion on this is cutting in the line. So it's relatively straight. Just to remember, when you start your line, don't just look at where you're cutting here. Sorry, here. Yeah? Think about where you're going to end up. And that's the only real bit of advice for this. You can look at it, but every 10 yards or so, stand back and have a look. And then that way you won't go too far off the line that you want to have. And I think that's about it. So yeah, everything's done in there. We've finished it off. Looking forward to a cold shower and a foot soak. Right, see you next time.